Have you ever felt your heart racing before a really big pitch, a big meeting, or even just hitting post on a YouTube video overall because you were overthinking it? Performance anxiety is super real in business, and it can definitely hold you back, but it doesn't have to. And in this video, I'm going to basically teach you how to get out of performance anxiety so you can scale your business the way it should be. But first, breaking out of this cycle didn't happen overnight, okay? Anxiety is not the enemy. It's just a signal. At its core, it's just basically your brain telling you that this is something that matters. So here's what's worked for me. And the first thing is preparation equals confidence, right? The more that you prepare, the more confident you will feel when you're going to do the thing. It's like when you go prepare for, like, let's say a soccer game, you're an athlete or whatever. The more time you spent on the ball dribbling, the better your dribbling is going to be. Just like my boys from Blue Lock. Eventually, within that practice, you're going to notice that the information just lands and hits differently in comparison from when you started. Once you know that information in and out, like the back of your hand, it's harder to mess up because you literally practice it so many times. It's just like Alex Ramosi says, most of your problems could be fixed with just an extra 10 to 15 minutes of extra preparation. Number two, you got to shift your focus. A lot of people, including myself, oftentimes think about how they're going to look, especially if a piece of content gives out fictitious news or fictitious information that isn't necessarily true. So then it literally stops them from creating a video or just basically doing the thing. However, a really great thing to do when that apprehension comes to you, you have to shift your focus into how can I help this person indefinitely with my product, with my service? And then everything that you do after that is catered to helping somebody within business to solve their problem. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in your head thinking about how you're going to be perceived. So if you ever feel anxious about a video going out or the way that you're going to look on a video specifically, ask yourself, how can I add more value to what it is that I'm trying to say? Number three, embrace the mistakes. I can't tell you how many times my clients come to me and they're like, oh, should it be this way? Is there a typo on there? This, that, and the third. Is this going to affect the viewership? No, it's not. I have so many videos that have gone viral with typos, with the audio cutting out, with me doing wacky and crazy stuff, including for my clients overall. So it doesn't really matter how it looks. What really matters is how much value you're giving to your customer, your potential person that's watching your video, trying to understand how are they going to get value from you when they watch it. Does that make sense? You just got to stop focusing on perfection and focus on consistency. Say it with me. Consistency. Just like some pitches fail, just like some free throws fail, just like some attempts when you're trying to ask a person out, they're going to flop, and that's okay. So mess up faster, because the faster you mess up, the more attempts you get in, and eventually you get to the goal that you intended to get to. Number four, volume. Nothing important in my life has come to me without a significant and insatiable amount of volume. We're talking business, we're talking music, we're talking my grades, we're talking money, we're talking my girlfriends, etc., etc., etc. There's a really old Chinese saying from one of my clients that I've received. This quote basically says that everything in life that is important has to be hard before it is easy. Let that sink in. People love, more so than anything else, especially within the creator economy, people love to say that people need to be consistent with what they want to accomplish, but the only thing that they're consistent with is about giving their opinions about other people being consistent, rather than themselves actually being consistent. Does that make sense? Especially with things that don't concern them. So, quick little tip in the sense of volume. Find the people that outperform you in the sense of how many videos they put out or the quality of videos that they put out at scale, and double down on it. If they're putting out 2 really great videos a week, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna do 4 videos a week at extra great quality. What is that gonna make you do? You're probably gonna have to hire a team or an editor or whatever, but you make it happen, okay? At the end of the day, volume outshines talent when talent takes a break. Number 5, and probably my favorite, is start at the goal and work backwards. Big presentations, big pitches, big performances, it doesn't matter. They all can feel overwhelming. The best thing that I've done for myself is that if I say I have a big, hairy, audacious goal, otherwise known as a BHAG in the business world, I have to basically look at that BHAG and just work backwards. Does that make sense? A lot of my mentors and a lot of people that I read on a consistent basis, because I read a lot of books, have told me this. I have said this, and in multitudes of ways have put this out into content. So it only validated the point to me, right? We're talking Patrick Bet-David, Alex Ramosi, Stephen Bartlett, Nick Bear, Cody Sanchez, you name it. And once I do that, I take a breather. Okay, like breathe in, breathe out, just like everybody else tells you to do. And then from there, you build momentum from that first step. So for example, let's say that one of your goals is to hit 10,000 followers on YouTube. What are the habits that you need to develop in order to do that? That's daily, right? So you probably have to create a multitude of videos in one go to post them every single day, which then leads you to discipline, which is how much of my time am I going to commit to this goal overall, and how long am I going to commit to this goal overall? Does that make sense? And lastly is to develop the systems in order to consistently do those habits to be disciplined for yourself and the things that you want to accomplish. And the crazy thing is that every so often you're going to see yourself inch closer and closer and closer and closer to your goal, and you'll only have yourself to thank for that. All of these small shifts basically changed so much for me. I started showing up more confidently in my appointments. I started showing up more confidently in my content. I started signing more clients. I started to post more content. And at the end of it all, I started making more money. But wait, anxiety won't disappear, my friends. It won't just go away immediately just because you have these tools to use, even though that they're very helpful. Just know that anxiety makes you human, but you can stop anxiety from controlling you. Just know that just because you have anxiety, it just means that the thing that you're doing actually matters to you. So you learned how I got over my performance anxiety, so you can too. If you got value out of this video, please like the video and subscribe for more videos that I put out every single week. And if you're a local business owner that wants to get more clients through the door like clockwork using social media, hit the link below and let's set up an appointment. See you there.